Welcome along everyone to the spring vlog. We decided to do some flyovers on Easter Sunday to let the membership see exactly what the course was looking like at this time of year, since everyone's missing it so very much just now. We can see the roughs on either side of the first have got a nice brown tinge just now. They're starting to turn after spraying a graminicide to kill all the bad grasses that's in there, as we do every year. And looking down now to the left hand side of the first, we can see that the flow goes beautifully into the tee and up the path now at the second, now all one height of cut at 10 mil, which is the same height as the fairways. So basically we're getting a flow right the way around the course, and we could also see that at the left of the second green here coming straight up the third as well. As we see, the water table is quite high just now still. It's decreased a little bit in the last 2 weeks since I shot this. And there's also been a little bit of work done in the new third fairway, as we can see here as well. It's maturing nicely though. We have had probably about 6 weeks worth now of easterly winds, so the course is very dry actually. Especially areas on the way out on the right hand side of the hole, and the left hand side in the way in, where the water really struggles to get to, just because of persistent winds. Also, you can see back there on the fourth hole, the water table is still very high up, and these fifth sandscapes as well. We have the odd dog walker out on the golf course. They do stray from the path, however there's not been any damage that I've noticed at all, which is very good. And we can also see here the green surrounds are a different colour to the green. The greens have been treated differently, but now last week we sprayed the green surround, so they've caught up now with the same colour of the greens. And the fairways are a nice dark bottle green. They've been sprayed with iron and a growth retardant to enable us to be able to cut fairways once every 2 weeks, as opposed to probably twice a week as it would be if that wasn't the case. And we can see a beautiful dark and light contrast as we look down the seventh fairway here. The artisans did a great job of divoting the whole fairway before the lockdown started, so a lot of these divots have grown in nicely now, so the place is looking well rested. And also before the lockdown we completed the re-revetment of all the bunkers on 8, headed up by Dan Fisher, who just spent a week up at Royal Dornoch learning how to vet bunkers from the very best, in our opinion. Now you can also see the seawall tee as well. We've taken away the bankings of that to bring the shingle right up to the edges to make it look a lot more natural. When I was flying the drone up in the next few holes, there was quite a strong wind, so you must excuse the dodgy drone piloting. I've actually managed the art of flying the drone with one finger now whilst driving the buggy up alongside, which you'll see in a few holes' time. You can actually see here the fields over the other side of the shooting club is still wet with the high water table. As I say, this was taken on Easter Sunday, so it's a little bit of a different story now. And flying back out, we can see the rough edge bunker starting to look nice, starting to weather away. If you look on the club blog, where there's details at the end of this video, you can see some really good photos I've taken recently. I've got great comparisons from 2013 to now. So the crossing here, we sleepered, so it's actually been received very well. There's been no concerns about any of the playability or the appearance, and we're very happy with that as well. One of the jobs we had planned to do this year was to move the compost heap behind the 12th further into the corner of the field, but obviously budgets have changed now, so that'll be on hold for a year or so. You can see me driving up the middle of the fairway here, trying to keep ahead of the drone. And flying up here, we can see in the distance now the 13th hole with the trees away and the gorse planted in its place. Around the bottom of the gorse I've also seeded off with fescue, so hopefully that'll come up soon. However, we've been no moisture whatsoever in the last 6 weeks. We have struggled to grow anything just now, but the gorse is living nicely. It's starting to take hold. The new pot bunker in the middle of the fairway is settled in nicely, and the fairway will be cut right up to the edge of that, just like the rest of our vetted bunkers. And one of my favourite new flow areas is coming off 13 to 14 now, as you can see. It's cut down beautifully. And our reservoir is also full as well, which means we've got enough water to get us through this spring. I mean, the area that you can see wet here, I mean, that's not usually ever as wet as that come this time of year, which is a strange one. And the roughs around the tees starting to brown off nicely with the chemical we sprayed a few weeks ago. That chemical was laser, which we sprayed at half a rate than we would usually spray. So you can see the knobs and the tops of the fairways burning off a little bit now. We have not started our wetting agent program just due to budget restrictions, but it's something we're looking into. We just wanted to see how the finances were after these first few months. However, this is not a concern. We have been directing guys to hand water a lot of these areas, all these knobs at the side of fairways, so we've been spending a lot of time. We have 5 staff in, but there's usually 2 or 3 guys hand water on every day, which is something we'd like to keep up. We can also see now the new 16th flow, which I'm sure I filmed a little bit more of in a second. It's knitted in really nicely. We've now got that down to 8mm, which is the same height as the approaches, and it will be fully in play when the course opens again. A perfect example of how we're struggling to get irrigation to the left hand side of this path here with strong easterly winds. These 2 bunkers were supposed to be refurbished this year, however we didn't manage to get round to doing it, so that'll be the first thing to get done next year. And looking back up over to the sandscape to the left hand side of 17 is looking fantastic just now, lovely and natural, and back over the 4th. So back down to the final hole. Very strange to see it as quiet as this, especially at this time of year, but looking very nice nevertheless. So I hope you enjoyed that quick fly through. Please keep watching the blog, keep having a check up on my Twitter feed to see any more updates or anything interesting that's been happening. Thank you very much.